sat too close that autumn night. You in corduroy, me in quiet. The kettle whistled, but we stayed in silences we never weighed. I saw the flicker in your glance, but neither moved to take the chance. We never lit that fire, though the room begged with desire. The logs were stacked, the match was near, but both of us held back the fear. We smiled like friends who almost knew, but didn't dare to see it through. We never lit that fire, but it still warms me when nights tire. You told me things you'd never share, like someone testing if I care. And I replied in half-formed notes, as if we walked on frozen boats. The flame was there, the kindling dry, but love needs more than just a try. We never lit that fire, though hearts lean close, a bit inspired. You brushed my sleeve, I held my breath, but let it pass like spoken death. And though we laughed and drank our tea, the air still cracked with what could be. We never lit that fire, but I still feel its phantom choir. Some flames don't burn, they just exist, like lines we thought of but dismissed. And maybe that's a kind of grace, to leave it pure, untouched by chase. We never lit that fire, but every fall I still inquire if somewhere deep you still recall that night we nearly risked it all. No ashes here, no smoke to show, but in my chest it set aglow. We never lit that fire, yet it's the one I'll never outgrow. She used to sing while folding sheets, a melody the floorboards greet. It lingered sweet on window glass, like honey trailing in the past. But now the walls just hum alone, as if her tone was never known. A voice that didn't stay, just slipped and ran away. No echo in the coffee steam, no whisper laced in morning's gleam. It won't replay, that voice won't stay. It left with more than just the day. I tried to catch it on the stairs, the vows she'd leave like floating prayers. But silence met me every floor with sounds I never asked before. The breeze now speaks in stranger tongues, and nothing sounds where once she sung. A voice that didn't stay, no note for me to wait. Just empty space in spoken threads, and pauses stitched across our beds. No word to lay, her voice won't stay. It vanished like a vow delayed. Some voices haunt the things we keep, but hers just dove too deep. And now I strain through every line for something soft, for some small sign. A voice that didn't stay still walks the halls astray. Not in my ears, but in my hands, where absence tries to understand. No song to play, a voice that didn't stay. Just silence singing in its way. I was driving down old Highway 9. The sun was low, the light was fine. I flipped the dial just out a road, then caught a chord you used to quote. That melody, it knew our names. The chorus sparked forgotten flames. Half a song on the radio took me back too long ago, when you would hum and tap the dash with laughter soft as summer ash. But static cut the final line and left me stranded in that time. Half a song on the radio was all it took to let you show. I pulled aside, let the wheels breathe, as memory curled like fallen leaves. You sang that verse in morning's light, still in my shirt from yesterday's night. It wasn't much, it wasn't planned, but God, you fit just right in hand. Half a song on the radio was more than silence ever showed. It filled the seat you used to claim and whispered pieces of your name. on the radio, and suddenly I missed you so. They say the past don't play rewind, but music cheats the rules of time. One minor key, one lyric low, and you return with all you know. Half a song on the radio, let me feel what I let go. No photo frame, no handwritten line can make. We didn't fight, we didn't break, no dishes thrown, no big mistake. Just quiet evenings, side by side, where all the words had gone to hide. The tea went cold, the light stayed on, but something warm was dead and gone. The quiet one first, before the vows reversed, before the bags were ever packed, before the smiles had even cracked. It slipped and cursed. The quiet one first, and love forgot what it rehearsed. No thunder came, no doors were slammed, just silent rooms that slowly jammed. The clock still ticked, the sink still dripped, but every glance was tightly zipped. We spoke in nods and sipped the air, pretending not to know or care. The quiet one first, no warning, no outburst. It spread between the morning news and filled the space like phantom shoes, no line rehearsed. The quiet one first, and took us both without the worst. Not all end, shout or rage or run. Some disappear like setting sun. And when you speak but hear no sound, you learn which battles leave no ground. The quiet one first, no blood but still a hearse. It claimed our house, our daily breath, and left us only signs of death, too still to nurse. The quiet one first, and love forgot the way to thirst. Sat across the coffee steam, like strangers drifting in a dream. Your eyes were kind, but looking through, as if I wasn't still your you. We reached for spoons, not hearts this time, and every touch missed once rhymed lines. Our hands forgot like lighthouse beams through every calm. Now fingers brush like foreign skin, no stories shared beneath the chin. Our hands forgot the whole, like songs that time refused to mold. The couch still creaks where we once curled, but space is wide in our world. You tie your hair, I stir the tea, and neither moves toward what could be. The fire burns but gives no glow, just heat without the heart we know. Our hands forgot the whole, the cradle where our warmth once rolled. Now every hug feels like a pose, a photo left with edges closed. We smile but not in synchrony, we touch but not in memory. Our hands forgot the whole, and no one dares to be so bold. It didn't break, it just unwound, like a rope left out, no knot, no sound. No final cry, no slam shut door, just silence where we held before. Our hands forgot the hold, like winter's growing tired and old. No blame to name, no fault to claim, just love that lost its sense of flame. So now we sleep an inch apart, still counting beats of distance. We follow roads as far they'd been, past wooden signs that had no end, through cornfield skies and desert moons, with hearts like half-forgotten tunes. You said beyond here no one knows, but still we drove where silence grows, where the maps fade out, where no one talks and no one shouts, just wind and fence posts leaning right. No city lines, no motel light. We reached the edge where paper stops, and left our names on weathered rocks, where the maps fade out. We learn what life's about. We lost the signal, lost the song, but somehow didn't feel it wrong. Your hand was warm, your eyes were wide, like someone seeing from inside. We slept beneath a cedar tree and woke to birds that spoke like sea, where the maps fade out, no route to trace, no planned reroute. The stars became our only code as morning climbed an unnamed road. No border drawn, no time to spare, roads are short, but some hearts need the vague, the blur. And every love that won't survive still dreams of where it comes alive, where the maps fade out, where trust is more than knowing how, where days aren't measured by a mile, but by the way behind a smile. I never asked if you'd stay true, I just kept walking next to you, where the maps fade out was where I found you. There's a window by my bed, but it don't show the trees or red. Just brick and paint in someone's wall, 1,000 inches, that's all. No sky to guess, no world to chase, just my reflection in its place. It's a window without a view, like how I feel since losing you. Still shaped like hope, still framed with care, but nothing real is ever there. I keep it clean, I draw the shade, but know the truth it can't evade. It's a window without a view, just like my heart since you withdrew. Once it faced the hills and sun, the laughter roads, the starting run. But then they built, and I stayed still. Now it just stares and drinks the chill. I tried to hang a painted scene, but paint can't trick what might have been. It's a window without a view, like letters I won't send to you. It lets in light, but not the kind that warms the soul or stirs the mind. Some folks need a place to see, but I just need what used to be. It's a window without a view, just glass that time keeps breaking through. Some frames hold what once was wide, now all I see is what I hide. And though it looks like open space, it's just the outline of your face. It's a window without a view, but every dawn still filters through. I sit and watch the change in light and wonder if you're doing right. It's not a wound, it's not a scar, just proof I once knew where you are. This window without a view still shows the loss if nothing You didn't slam the screen door shut. No angry words, no final cut. Just took your coat, your old LP, and left the silence in degrees. But on the wall, the hallway glowed, the light still on, like some soft code. You left the light but took the key, like half a song in minor D. You gave me hope in golden hue, then locked the door I'd pass for you. The bulb still hums its amber light while I replay your muted sigh. You left the light but took the key, like saying don't, while letting me be. The door's still closed, the latch intact, but locks don't care what words we lacked. I check the porch when night comes down, still half believing you're in town. But keys don't lie, lights don't stay, they only flicker what won't stay. You left the light but took the key, a kindness carved in cruelty. It's like you whispered I'll return, while watching everything we burn. And now this house feels wide and small, too lit to sleep, too dark to call. Left the light but took the key, and every room now answers me. Some leave with storms, with thunder cracks, but you just dimmed, then turned your back. No mess, no scene, no grand goodbye, just absence dressed in lullaby. You left the light but took the key, and that's the part that ruins me. The switch still works but not your hand, the lock remains like some last stand. And though the hallway never changed, its meaning grew so rearranged. You left the light took the key, and now it's only me who sees. Her closet bare, her shelves were clean, like love had never lived between. No notes, no scent, no thread to find, just vacant space she left behind. I searched for something she might claim, but every edge erased her name. Nothing on her side, no trace she tried to hide. The bed still made, the light still warm, but all the meaning lost its form. No gear to ride, like she refused to even slide. I left my things across the floor, a shirt, a song, an open drawer. But hers were gone, not moved or tossed, just never missed, or maybe lost. The wall still held the nails she drove, but not the weight of what she wove. Just let the silence slowly peel. No need to chide. Nothing on her side. Not even pain she tried to hide. Some leave with storms, some leave with fights, but she just vanished from her rights. And all that's left across this bed is echoes I retrace instead. Nothing on her side, not even words implied. No box to hold, no lock to turn, just quiet where the corners burn. My arms open wide, but nothing on her side. And all my reaching is denied.
She had a name like Sunday, soft and slow to say. Met her in a half-lit diner on a half-forgotten day. She stirred her coffee like a prayer, wrote poems in the steam, said I don't stay long anywhere, but I leave behind a dream. She was the kind that never stays, just a page in passing days. Left a note on my guitar case, just her name and not a trace. I still play that melody under skies that won't explain. She had a name like Sunday, now I only know the rain. We danced inside a laundromat to a radio half clear. She told me things I can't forget and laughed like she disappeared. I asked her where she came from. She said a place that's hard to miss, but folks don't stay too long there once they've tasted something like this. She was the kind that never stays, like a hymn that softly strays. Wrote her number on my matchbook, then watched it wash away. And though I found no final line, just her echo in refrain, she had a name like Sunday. Now I only know the rain. Some hearts are made for silence, some for roaring flame. She was somewhere in between, and I was never quite the same. She was the kind that never stays, like dawn that fades in smoky haze. I kept the song, forgot the town, but I still see her when I drown. And though the years don't bring her back, her shadow still remains. She had a name like Sunday, and it falls with every rain. The photo's still upon the wall, but something's missing in it all. Her face remains, the light is right, but shadows lean too far from sight. It used used to glow in golden pine now looks like someone else's time. She took the frame, left just the name, the glass intact but nothing holds. The corners curl like stories told without a claim. She took the frame, and all the meaning left the same. I found the nails she pulled with care, no broken wood, no signs of wear. But where it hung, the wall feels white, like love itself had stepped aside. I tried to mount a different view, but every picture bled her hue. She took the frame, not loud, not lame. She didn't need to take the face, just took the edge, the shape, the place. No one to blame. She took the frame and left the center out of aim. What's left behind without a line becomes too shapeless over time. And even joy begins to fade without the border love it made. She took the frame and left the flame, still flickering but out of reach, like words too soft for lips to teach. No more to name. She took the frame, and now the wall forgets to speak. What's left behind without a line becomes too shapeless over time. And even joy begins to fade without the border love had made. She took the frame and left the plane, still flickering but out of reach, like words too soft for lips to teach. No more to name. She took the frame, and now the wall forgets to speak. She wore her scarves like fading light, spoke soft as wind before the night. Her laugh would echo through the trees, then vanish with October's breeze. She came when summer lost its heat, with boots and books and cold swept street. She only loved me in fall, when amber leaves began to call, when sweaters clung and cider steamed, and hearts were less than what they seemed. She'd hold me close, then start to fade, like colors dying in the shade. She only loved me in fall, and left before the first snowball. We traded traced our names in window glass, watched golden days too quickly pass. She hummed old songs of rolling hills, then paused before the fire chills. I begged the sun to stretch its stay, but seasons don't delay their way. She only loved me in fall, when shadows danced along the wall, when pumpkins smiled and boots kicked leaves. But love, like trees, has times it grieves. She'd say, I'm not the winter kind, then kiss me once and slip the bind. She only loved me in fall, like stories meant to be so small. Now every year when cold winds chase, I seek her smile in strangers' face, but none remain. They drift like rain, while I still wait for her refrain. She only loved me in fall, a whispered truth, a golden sprawl. She never stayed beyond the frost, yet somehow still I count her lost. And though the years have shattered her sound, I hear her crunching leaves around. She only loved me in fall, and maybe that's not love at all. They laid him down on a Tuesday rain. No flowers bought, no grand campaign, just flannel sleeves and boots half tied, and stories whispered, none denied. He wasn't loud, he wasn't clean, but damn, he lived in between. And the last song played at his funeral was one he wrote but never sang, a tape they found behind the stove, full of rust and no name tag. It cracked and hissed like old regrets, but held the truth he never said. The last song played at his funeral brought back the love he once had fled. The preacher paused, unsure what to do, so they let the chorus echo through, just chords and lines in gravel tone of nights he spent out on his own. No organ swells, no polished hymn, just what was left inside of him. The last song played at his funeral didn't climb, didn't cry, didn't plead. It just sat there
trying to understand. The last song played at his funeral was softer than they thought he'd be. Some don't leave with marble words, they leave with notes they never heard. And in those lines they once denied, you hear the parts they kept inside. So the last song played at his funeral played like dust across a flame. It filled the room with broken light, and no one there would hear the same.
It starts with static, then her breath, a little laugh, afraid of depth. She says, hey, it's me, just thought I'd call, like it meant nothing much at all. There's traffic humming in the back, and years of silence in the cracks. The last voicemail she left still plays inside my chest. No big goodbye, no final plea, just pieces of what used to be. And every word she didn't say sings louder than the ones that stayed. The last voicemail she left, a ghost I never could forget. Talked about a book we shared, a line she underlined then stared. She said, I hope you're doing fine, I miss your songs around this time. Then silence paused like it might break, but ended with a clean heartache. The last voicemail she left still echoes past my breath. It wasn't long, it wasn't clear, but God, it still brings her near. And every half-formed memory feels sharper than it ought to be. The last voicemail she left still haunts the part I can't reset. I should have called, I should have tried, but we all lose what we can't confide. And now her voice is just a sound that lives when no one is around. The last voicemail she left still plays inside regret, like vinyl hiss, like autumn wind that never finds its home again. I never pressed delete that day, it's proof she didn't fade away. The last voicemail she left still says the things I never said. I remember how she lit the room voice would chase away the gloom. But now it's just a softer shade of something warm that's slowly frayed. I close my eyes, I try to hear, but laughter won't come anywhere. I forgot the way she laughed, like losing part of photograph. The edges blur, the tone won't land, like holding smoke with empty hands. I once replayed it every night. Now echoes fade beyond my sight. I forgot the way she laughed, and that's the part that hurts the half. I still recall the way she cried, the silence when we let it slide, the joy, the sound that made her hers, now lost inside the time that blurs. I'd trade the words we left unsaid to hear her laugh again instead. I forgot the way she laughed. No tape, no trace, no aftermath. Just silence where the music played, and shadows where the light once stayed. I hum old tunes we used to share, but none can bring her laughter there. I forgot the way she laughed, and it's a grief I never grasped. Some say the heart remembers true, but even hearts can lose their hue. And what remains, we cling to tight until it slips into the night. I forgot the way she laughed, but not the way she left her scar, or how she danced across the floor, or leaned against the open door. Yet all the joy that made her mine. We talked in circles, sharp and wide, but never crossed the words inside. You asked me if the rain would stay. I said it's just another day. But in your eyes, a storm was caught, and every word I should have brought, all that stayed silent, the weight we didn't fight, hung heavier than all we said. Between the tears we left unshed, no blame, no violence, just all that stayed silent now echoes louder in my head. You trace the edge of your old cup, and I look down
just giving up. The clock kept time, but not the heart. We let the moment fall apart. And now the room, it holds the sound of all we didn't speak aloud. All that stayed silent still lingers every night, like whispers pressed into the walls, or footsteps soft in empty halls. No fight, no tyrant, just all that stayed silent. And now it speaks when darkness falls. Some love dies not in fire, but in the hush of lost desire. No slamming doors, no last goodbyes, just quiet truths we left to lie. All that stayed silent is all I can recite. The looks, the sighs, the shifting eyes, the space between our last replies. So calm, so silent, but all that stayed was a riot. And I still hear it every night.
The porch still leans the way it did when you leaned back and softly hid a cigarette, a bitten smile. Your words hung there for just a while, and though the steps are cracked and worn, the space still breathes the way you're gone. Rain fell where you stood, not on the grass, not on the wood, but right where you once said my name. Like heaven tried to frame the blame. The drops hit hard, the wind turned slow, as if the sky refused to know. Rain fell where you stood, like it understood, like it understood. The garden tried to bloom that year, but soil forgot what roots hold dear. The fence you leaned on won't align, it tilts like time forgot its spine. And every April smells like then, but never brings you back again. Rain fell where you stood, in that old coat with hidden hood. It hit the earth like half goodbyes, like poems lost in lullabies. I watched it pour and didn't run, just stared until the clouds were done. Rain fell where you stood, and nothing else could. They say the sky don't pick its place, but I swear it knew your shape, your face. And though the storm is come and gone, that patch of ground still reigns alone. Rain fell where you stood, not anywhere.
still would. You came with sunrise on your skin, a warmth that melted doubt within. We drank the light like morning wine. No past to chase, no need to define. The birds had barely learned their song, but we were fire, though not for long. We were just a morning long, a verse too short, a fading song, like mist that lives before it's noon, a whispered love beneath the moon. No promises, no painted fate, just breathe and touch before too late. We were just a morning long, and that was all, and that was strong. You smiled like windows taking the sun, then vanished when the day begun. No fights, no storms, no bitter end, just silence where the light had been. Your name still hums in waking breeze, a trace in shade beneath the trees. We were just a morning long, a page that didn't need belong. No final word, no reason why, just gold that kissed and said goodbye. And though it passed, I can't let go of how it felt to briefly glow. We were just a morning long, but every dusk still sings that song. Some loves are novels long and wide, but ours just touch the rising tide. It didn't stay, but still it shined between the hours, the sun aligns. We were just a morning long, no right, no wrong, no place we'd throng. Yet something in that fleeting gleam still feels more real than any dream. And though you're gone, the light remains inside my breath, beneath my veins. We were just a morning long, but oh how bright, how full, how strong. The sky was clear, or so we thought. No clouds to hide the love we caught. Your hands were trembling near my sleeve, like stars that burn then choose to leave. We kissed beneath a willow tree, but nothing looked, no one could see. The moon wasn't watching us, no silver light,
just shadows stretching through the grass, like moments made to never last. We thought the night might bless our name, but silence swallowed all the flame. The moon wasn't watching us, and so we vanished without fuss. You whispered truth, both small and deep, like prayers you'd borrowed just to keep. I held your face, you closed your eyes, as if that made it less like lies. But when I looked to catch a sign, the sky was blank, no sacred line. The moon wasn't watching us, no witness hung in midnight's hush. Just breath and touch, then slow retreat, like waves that never kiss your feet. We weren't a story stars would save, just echoes no one ever gave. The moon wasn't watching us, so even fate won't speak of us. I used to think all love was seen by heavens high and fields serene, but now I know some hearts collide where even starlight fails to bite. The moon wasn't watching us, it turned its face, withheld its trust, and now the night just feels too wide without the pull of you inside. I walk alone past where we stood, the sky above still cold and good. The moon wasn't watching us, and maybe that's why it fell just. I left the keys in the motel drawer, checked out with boots still wet from the floor. Gas station coffee, bitter and thin. Another town I won't come back to again. There's a radio playing some Springsteen line about hearts on fire and borrowed time. And I'm driving toward the westbound sky, chasing shadows I can't justify. Rear view full of things unsaid. Mile by mile I lose what I fled. Maybe freedom's just a lie, but I'll keep chasing that westbound sky. The diner girl with the crooked smile said we all run, but stay a while. I nodded, paid, and hit the street with ghosts asleep in the passenger seat. She said, "You look like someone gone too far." I said, "That's just how some people are." And I'm driving toward the westbound sky, where goodbye always feels bone dry. I talk to roads, to signs, to songs, pretend they answer all that's wrong. Maybe love was just a try that burned sky. No map, no call, no hands to hold, just yellow lines and nights gone cold. But something in the way clouds break feels like the soul this world can't fake. So I'm driving toward the westbound sky till the ache runs out or reasons die. And if I fade behind the wheel, at least I chased what might be real, the kind of dream you can't deny when you belong to the westbound sky. The chair still leans the way she sat, a sweater draped, forgotten flat. The coffee stain beneath her name still circles like an old refrain. She left, but not with a lock or seal, just faded into what was real. The memory left open, no hinge, no word was spoken, just pages flutter in the air of moments hanging half aware, not torn, not broken. The memory left open, like hearts too soft to say it's over. The photo frames still face her side, as if she stepped out just to hide. The scent remains upon the bed, like stories paused but never read. And every door she once passed through still waits like something love once knew. The memory left open still leans on what's unspoken. No curtain pulled, no final chord, just echoes dressed in soft accord. No token, no omen. The memory left open, a vow unsaid, a truth unchosen. Some leave with weight, some leave with light, but she just left the switch at night. And now the dark feels not quite done, as if she might return for one. The memory left open, like sky that won't be woken. It holds me here between two frames where silence whispers half her name. No tear, no motion. The memory left open, and time forgets how to begin. like dusk behind the trees. No wave, no word, no final keys. The sky turned gray but said no why. Just watched her silhouette slip by. I searched the roads, the open gate, but nothing stirred or bent to fate. Nothing pointed her home. No signs, no stars to roam. No footprints on the morning grass, no echo down the underpass. The wind just moaned, but nothing pointed her home. She left like she was never known. The porch light burned for 7 days, then flickered out in smoky haze. I wrote her name in window steam, but time erased my quiet dream. The map we made is torn and bare, each line a thread that leads nowhere. Nothing pointed her home. No letters call or poem. The birds returned but not her eyes. The sky forgot to sympathize. The world had grown and nothing pointed her home. She walked past places love had sown. Found no trail and no pretend. Nothing pointed her home. No voice behind the phone. No reason left to mark the year. Just silence where I strained to hear. So now I've known that nothing pointed her home. And maybe she was never home. The bulb above the table glowed like nothing changed, like nothing showed. The pillow bore her quiet trace, but not the warmth, not even face. Her mug was full from yesterday. The light stayed on, she slipped away. The light stayed, but she didn't. The world moved on, but I hadn't. The walls held firm, the clock still ticked, but time grew thick and heart got nicked. No slammed door, no whispered fight, just absence in a pool of light. The light stayed, but she didn't. In silence sang what she had written. The night we fought, it barely flared. She turned away, I mostly stared. We left
left the lamp on side by side. Then morning came, and so did tide. Her shoes were gone, the keys were too, but nothing else had lost its hue. The light stayed, but she didn't. Her touch dissolved, but air still thin. The floorboards creaked as if she passed, but held no step, no shadow cast. I blinked into the amber hue and hoped she'd walk back into view. The light stayed, but she didn't. Like stories cut before they're written. Some endings scream, some endings sting, but hers just didn't do a thing. Just walked right out the breath we shared, and left me staring at the glare. The light stayed, but she didn't. I breathe beneath what love once meant. The ceiling hums, the lamp burns through, but nothing shines like she once knew. I sleep beneath that quiet glow, still asking where the warmth. You stirred your tea, I stirred my doubts. The words came slow, then wandered out. You asked me how the garden grew. I lied and said, just fine like you. Your smile was soft, your eyes were thin. We talked like rain on rusted tin. We talked like rain on tin, no deeper than the surface skin. Each syllable a drop, not storm. Too cold to heal, too dry to warm. You laughed, but not the way you used, and I replied with half refused. We talk like rain on tin, and never let the real begin. The lamp between us hummed its song, while both of us just played along. You spoke of work, I spoke of sleep, but neither touched what lies too deep. The roof above caught all the sound, but couldn't hold what can't be found. We talk like rain on tin, just echoes from the place we've been. No questions sharp, no answers brave. Just words to pass, not love to save. You looked away, I watched the floor as if it held what we came for. We talked like rain on tin, and left the rest to fade within. Some silences speak more than speech, but ours just stay too far to reach. Like puddles dancing in the night, too soft to stir, too faint for light. We talk like rain on tin, a melody we'd once begin, but time had bent the notes too low, and we forgot the chords we know. You stood to leave, I didn't stand, just let the moment slip like sand. We talked like rain on tin, and vanished in that quiet din.
You lit a smoke with shaky hands. I drove us through forgotten lands. The road ahead, the past behind. We didn't speak what crossed our minds. Two shadows riding dusk and fate, with empty maps and heavy weight. We shared the same escape. No plan, no end, no chosen shape. Just miles that blurred our yesterdays, and motel sheets and borrowed haze. We kissed like fugitives from truth, love born of fire, not of proof. We shared the same escape, but not the same way back to safe. The diners knew us by no name. We played our roles inside the flame. I held your hand, neon glow, but never asked where you might go. We weren't in love, we were away from all we couldn't seem to say. We shared the same escape, like songs that never found their tape. We clung like branches in the stream, not for the root, but for the dream. Your eyes said stay, your steps said run. By morning you were chasing sun. We shared the same escape, but love was never meant to drape. Like ours don't land, just float on wind, not place or plan. We weren't a home, we were a door to what we couldn't take no more. We shared the same escape, no vows, no fence, no bounds.